In a bustling city, amidst the towering skyscrapers and the rushing traffic, there was a small, unassuming tea stall, run by an old man named Shankar. It was famous for just two things, a cup of steaming hot tea and a plate of crispy pakodas, each for just 10 rupees. Shankar wasn't just a tea seller, he was a storyteller. People from all walks of life, students, office workers, laborers, and even wealthy businessmen would flock to his stall, not just for the affordable and the delicious snacks, but for the wisdom he shared. One afternoon, a young man named Rohan sat at the stall, looking dejected. He had just failed a major job interview. Shankar uncle, he sighed, I feel like a complete failure. I've tried so hard, but nothing seems to be working out for me. Maybe I'm just not meant for success. Shankar smiled gently, placing a cup of tea and a plate of pakodas in front of him. Rohan, he began, let me tell you about these pakodas. Rohan looked puzzled. What about them? They're just pakodas. Ah, but they are more than that, Shankar replied. Each ingredient in this pakoda has its own journey. The gram flour was once a tiny chickpea, growing under the sun. The onions and the potatoes were buried in the dark hours, waiting for the right time to sprout. The spices traveled from faraway lands. On their own, they are simple. Some are bland, some are sharp. But when they come together, in the right proportions, and they face the heat of the hot oil, they transform into something delicious, something everyone loves. He paused, letting his words sink in. Life is much like making these pakodas, my boy. Your failures are like the hot oil. They are painful, yes, but they are necessary for your transformation. Each skill you learn, every experience you have, whether good or bad, is an ingredient. Right now, you might feel like a raw potato, buried in the dark. But you have to trust the process. You are gathering your ingredients. Another customer, a well-dressed woman named Priya, overheard their conversation. She added, Shankar uncle is right, Rohan. I started my own business a few years ago. My first venture failed miserably. I lost all my savings. I felt like the world was ending. It was like that gram flour, just a dry powder. But that failure taught me what not to do. It was my hot oil moment. It forced me to learn about finance, marketing, and the customer service things he had ignored before. My second attempt was a success, but only because of the lessons from my first failure. Shankar nodded in agreement. You see, success is not a destination you arrive at overnight. It's a recipe you perfect over time. You add some ingredients, you learn some techniques, you get burned a few times, but you keep trying. You adjust the flavors. The price of this tea and the pakoda has been 10 rupees for years. Why? Because he found a recipe that works, that brings people joy. It's simple, consistent, and made with heart. That is my success. Just then, a college student, Anjali, joined them. I'm struggling with my exams, she confessed. I study for hours, but I feel so overwhelmed by the competition. Everyone seems smarter than me. Shankar poured her a cup of tea. Anjali, look at this tea. It's just tea leaves, hot water, milk, and the sugar. Very simple. But to make the perfect cup, you need patience. You can't rush the leaves to release their flavor. You must let it brew. Your knowledge is like that. You can't force it all in at once. You must study, revise, and then give your mind time to brew the information, to let it settle. Comparing yourself to others is like worrying if your tea is as sweet as someone else's. Some like it sweet, some don't. Your journey is your own. Focus on your own brew, make it the best you can. Rohan, Priya, and Anjali sat in thoughtful silence, sipping their tea and munching on the pakodas. The simple 10 rupees snack suddenly felt like a profound lesson. Rohan spoke up, a new spark in his eyes. So, my failed interview. It wasn't the end. It was just one ingredient. It was the hot oil showing me that perhaps I need to add more spices to my skills, maybe improve my communication or learn a new software. Priya smiled warmly. Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes, you need someone else to tell you if you've added too much salt. Anjali added, and I need to be more patient with myself. I need to trust my own brewing process and not worry about how fast others are boiling. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the city, Shankar's little tea stall felt like an oasis of hope. He wasn't just selling tea and pakodas. He was serving life lessons, one 10 rupee order at a time. He looked at the three of them, his eyes twinkling. Remember this, he sighed, his voice a comforting balm. The value of your life isn't determined by your grand successes, but by the heart you put into your small, everyday efforts. Be like my 10 rupiah tea and di pakoda. Be simple, be consistent, be authentic, and serve the world with warmth. True success is finding joy and the purpose in your own unique recipe, no more matter how humble it may seem. The three of them left the stall that day not with just full stomachs, but with full hearts. They understood that success wasn't a distant mountain Tibet conquered, but a continuous journey of mixing, brewing, and frying, a process of becoming. And it all started with a simple lesson from a 10 rupiah tea and di pakoda stall. So, the next time you face a setback, remember Shankar's wisdom. Ask yourself, what ingredient is this experience adding to my life's recipe? What is this hot oil moment trying to teach me? Be patient, keep refining your recipe, and one day, you too will create something wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this story brought a little warmth and the inspiration to your day. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that fit the soul. Until next time, keep brewing your own success.